The night came heavy with silence. And the moon bent low over the dunes, whispering secrets to the restless sands, while the falcons circled the emptiness above. In the distance, the palm trees swayed. Not from the wind, but from grief itself. As if the earth knew the sorrow of princes. As if the desert itself was mourning. Sheikh Fazza sat with his hands trembling. Eyes red as burning embers. Tears carving rivers across his noble face. Each drop carrying a memory too heavy to bear. Beside him, Sheikh Hamdan, beloved Fazza, lowered his head in silence. The weight of sorrow pressing like the desert sun. But colder, sharper, crueler than any blade. He whispered not to the people, but to the heart of the desert. Calling his pain into the echo of eternity. Hoping that the stars might answer. O dunes, do you hear my brothers weeping? O sky, do you feel the cracks in my soul? O night, will you carry away this sorrow? Or bury it deeper in the shifting sands? The camels stood still, unmoving. Their eyes wide with ancient knowing. For even the beasts felt the weight. The grief that silenced every song. Sheikh Fazza's voice trembled like a broken reed. My brother, my soul is drowning. The sea of sorrow has no shore. And I am lost in its endless waves. Fazza reached for his brother's hand. But his heart was already breaking. For he knew that sorrow shared does not divide, it multiplies. The desert listened, still and eternal. The stars bowed their silver heads. The falcons cried in mournful circles. And the sand carried the sadness of kings. Yet in the heart of this sorrow, there burned a flame of loyalty. A love so fierce it could never die. Even when the soul was drenched in grief. Fazza lifted his face to the heavens. Eyes shining with unshed tears. And whispered a vow to the unseen. I will carry his sorrow as my own. I will hold his tears within my chest. And I will not let the night devour him. The dunes answered with silence. But silence was its own promise. A promise carved in eternity's breath. That grief itself could become a poem. The night stretched longer than eternity. And the stars blurred like tears in the sky. Each one a lamp of remembrance. Each one a witness to sorrow unspoken. Sheikh Fazza wept until the sands darkened. Until the desert floor tasted his grief. Until the silence itself began to tremble. As if the earth could no longer endure the weight. Fazza sat close, his soul aching. For a brother's tears are wound deeper than the sharpest sword. Than the harshest storm. He longed to give words of comfort. But words felt like dry leaves. Falling useless in the endless wind. Unable to heal the wound carved so deep. Instead, he gave silence. For silence was a prayer in itself. A vow carried not on the tongue, but on the heart that beats beneath. The falcons soared in widening circles. Their cries slicing through the darkness. As if reminding the princes below. That even wings grow weary with sorrow. Fazza's chest rose and fell like broken tides. His voice a cracked whisper in the night. My brother, my tears cannot be counted. My heart is a vessel overflowing with pain. Fazza pressed his hand upon the sand. Fingers tracing lines of eternity. And spoke as though the desert itself would keep his words alive forever. O sorrow, you will not conquer him. O grief, you will not break his soul. For I will stand as his shield. I will carry the fire within my chest. The stars listened with quiet reverence. The desert bowed in solemn silence. Even the wind hushed its wandering song. So that only the brother's sorrow remained. Then came the whisper of memory. The fragrance of childhood in the air. The sound of laughter once bright. Now an echo swallowed by the void. Fazza clung to that echo. as if holding onto a rope in the storm. And yet it burned his hands. For joy remembered becomes sorrow multiplied. Fazza's eyes glistened. But he did not release the tears. He held them like hidden jewels. For he wished to be strength. Even as his heart cracked beneath the weight. The desert knew the truth. That even princes are men. And even men are children of sorrow. Fragile before the vastness of grief. But still, beneath the pain, there grew an unshakable bond. Stronger than tears, stronger than loss. A loyalty that even the night could not erase. Fazza leaned closer, whispering low. My brother, I will not leave you. Your grief is my grief. Your tears are my tears. And together we will stand. Even if the world itself shatters. The words hung heavy in the air. Carved into the silence like eternal script. Written not in ink, but in sorrow. Written not on paper, but on the soul. The desert answered again with stillness. And stillness became a song of its own. A song that said, even in tears, even in grief, love remains unbroken.